Hello and welcome to Informed Entrepreneur Magazine. I'm Mike Baumstark. I'm a small business owner myself, and I'm interviewing today Tom Cruz with A Taste of Antiques for You. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Good. We're going to ask Tom about how he got in this business. Is he enjoying it? And some of the things that might be helpful to other business owners also. And we're sitting, our backdrop here, I'm looking at a pretty good sized antique store, and some of Tom things are surrounding us here. And it's a pretty interesting place, and I don't want to shop here too long because I might want to buy something. And one thing I saw was already out of my price range, so I'll be careful. So Tom, welcome.
Welcome.
I'm glad we're interviewing you today. Now, let's start with where you came from originally. Give us a little bit about your background, what you did before deciding to be in business.
Well, do we have enough time?
We've got 20 minutes.
Okay. I'm originally from New Jersey. I was raised in New Jersey, born in Puerto Rico. I went to school in New Jersey and did not graduate at high school there. But over time, things weren't going right for me, and I started something there, finished it, and one day I decided to go down to the recruiting office.
Okay.
And I went to the United States Navy.
Okay.
And I was still a wild young person, you know. And it took a lot for me to accept the military rules and regulations and how to be a man, because I wasn't there yet, okay?
Mm-hmm.
One day I decided to call it quits while I was still in the service, and I went before a chaplain, went before a couple other counselors, and they said, well, if you want out, no problem, we'll sign the papers. I said, it can't be that easy. And I said, you know, am I going to be like this the rest of my life? So I said,
you're questioning yourself at that
right.
point. Yep.
Yeah. So I said, I'm going to stick it out for the good or the bad.
So you actually were offered to get out and stayed?
And stayed.
Wow, interesting. So you did a self-correct right there.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
So
tell me more.
After I stayed in there, the captain of the ship said to me, since you didn't graduate, how would you like to earn your diploma? I was thinking, kick me off the ship. But yeah, I took it seriously. I says, you know, am I going to get my diploma or I'm going to be another dropout? So I told the captain, I said, sure enough. So he gave me 6 months. 6 months to get my high school diploma. And I tell you, those were the best 6 months I had. But there was a condition.
Yes.
If I don't finish, I owe him 6 months.
Okay.
So I said,
and did you go somewhere for that, or did they?
Yes, I was stationed in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii.
Okay, so he let you stay ashore for 6 months.
Right, and so
Wow.
I went to a place up in Washington that said Olympic College.
Okay.
Okay, designated for people who don't have any education.
Okay.
And you can get your college degree and all there. So they got me in 6 months. I had my high school diploma.
Okay.
Boy, did I feel good having a high school diploma,
Yes.
because I was presented in the captain's quarters in front of all these officers, and he said, you got a future ahead of you. Use it wisely. So then my next step was I attended one semester at the University of Hawaii, and
Hence the Hawaiian shirt.
yes,
I used to have a bunch of those.
I still got a few. And so I went there, and I was taking a course in psychology because I wanted to be a clinical psych. I wanted to work with people. And this is kind of in the direction this is doing for me right now.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy people. I love talking to people. So I said to myself, I'm going to go shoot for that. And I didn't finish college, but I got a lot of wealth of information.
Okay.
And I'm getting to use it right now. I moved to Virginia after I got discharged and honorably discharged in Santa Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
And then I flew out this way, and I decided I want to stay here in Virginia and see what Virginia has to offer. I attended Princess Anne Community College down in Virginia Beach, and I picked up some more courses there. And then I continued furthering my education. But one thing stopped me was that I got married.
Okay.
So I had to support the wife, I had to pay bills, so I dropped out of college. That's still my goal. So I will pursue that. But I always had a heart for people. And sometimes I'll sit somewhere, just watch people go by, watch people talk, watch people, how they dress, how they move, and how they interact with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So and you can tell a lot if you study people long enough, the type of person you're seeing.
Yes.
So then from that point on, I moved into the security career.
Okay.
And when I say security, I took care of. I was working at American University, and I did security inside the buildings. I would only allow certain people go into certain buildings. I did cameras, minor cameras, and also I trained the customer right on site how to use your system, and I really enjoy that. So it's kind of a twofold thing because one, I enjoy people. Two, I enjoy what I was doing.
This was security systems.
Security systems.
Okay, I got you.
And but then my job was out to a outside private company, and so that was April 10th of 2012.
Mm-hmm.
2012, I just sat around the house, twiddling my thumbs, wondering what I was going to do. So I said, well, I got a lot of honey-do lists around here, and so I started cleaning out the garage. And one day my wife says, well, have a yard sale, and
Mm-hmm.
so I did, and I was amazed how much money I made on a weekend. How much people were willing to pay to see something interesting.
Yes.
To me, it was junk. To them, it was gold. To
Yes.
them. So my wife asked me one day, start an antique business. So that was my start. That was the beginning.
I see.
And the fun part of an antique business is just going out and like that dresser right over there.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it at a farm, just sitting inside the barn. And I went up, what do you want for that? The guy told me, take it if you want it. I took it. I said, man, why did I bring this junk home, And so I started cleaning it up and this and that. And I saw the beauty coming out of it,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Which this is going to drive us into the name of Antiques for You.
Yes.
A Taste of Antiques. So I looked at it, I said, boy, this really turned out. And then I progressed it on. I said, my wife says, open up a shop. And I says, well, I can't right now. I don't have any money. Maybe I'll just rent a little space. And I started renting spaces. And as things started progressing more and more. And then one day the wife and I says, we need to find a title for the company. And I said, yeah, so why don't we sit down? And then the word taste was coming into my thoughts.
Uh-huh.
And I just kind of threw it off to the side. But it kept coming back. He says, hey, you enjoy that piece of furniture you worked on. You got it to where it's sellable and people enjoys it. So give them a taste.
Yes.
So I said, wow. So this is my theme, a taste of antiques for you. It's not for me. I'm going to get it to the point where you can enjoy it as well too in your own home. So that's how the name derived.
Interesting. I like it. It's nice. It's nice. All right. So you started doing this in roughly 2012, late 2012.
2012.
Maybe? Okay.
July 2012.
All right. What are a couple things that you have encountered so far that are difficult about being in business?
Trying to buy the product at a good price, to sell at a good price, to pay the bills.
Yes. Okay. So actually, there's a lot of effort in your business in finding things and being able to turn it into profit.
Yes.
And that's a lot of your time, I would imagine, is actually hunting.
Yes, it is, because what I do, I go through a lot of estate sales. And I try to find old estate sales, like old farms that has a lot of antiques in it, and people don't know about it. And sometimes you'll pay a good price for them just to bring it into the store.
Yes. When you're doing this, does it remind you of some of these TV shows that I see all the time? The Pickers. I watch Pickers on TV. Pawn Stars on TV. Are those shows something you watch? Because we find those fascinating.
Yes, I watch them, but that's a different era of buying stuff and selling stuff.
What's different about it?
What is different about it is they sound so too positive about it. Okay? And you got to really look at the realistic world. You can't say, "Yep, tomorrow I'm going to open a shop and start making $100,000." You got to look at the real aspect of a business. You can look at those shows, get ideas from those shows, and then research those ideas as to, will this work for me the way it works on TV? Because you got to remember, TV, all it is an entertainment.
Yeah, you're seeing only the stuff they want you to see too.
Right, and then the producers of these shows, they want to show certain things, get the hype going, especially Storage Wars. I love Storage Wars.
I know about that. I've never watched it, but that's where they go to these lockers, open them, and they bid for an unseen locker.
No, you get to see what's inside.
Oh, you do? Okay.
But you can only, according to them, you can only stand right here and look. You
can
shine your flashlight.
Oh my God!
But that's about it. But me, I like to go deeper into that. I want to see the physical item that I'm going to look at.
Yeah, sure.
I want to look at it from top to bottom. I want to see, is it sellable? Is it in good condition? How much work I got to put into it? And I took a piece that I found up in Pennsylvania, because I go to Pennsylvania a lot, and I found it on the side of the road. It was a nice little credenza. It just needed a little work. It was painted white, and I took it, stripped it down. I don't strip it down to wood because it takes a lot of effort to get your paint that you want in there, get it to look the way. So I stripped it down to where it was rough. Then I added my paint, changed the hardware. I found some antique hardware. And then a friend of mine come by and looked at it. She goes, I want that in my bar. I said, do you have any money?
Yeah.
She goes, don't you worry about that money. I said, well, then it's yours. And that's, that is my reward.
Yeah.
Is to see somebody look at a piece of furniture and they like it so much. I mean, that's my reward.
It's a pleasure, it sounds like. As you've been in business, tell me what you think you've been mostly successful at. What's the rewarding side so far? Is that what you've just expressed?
What I express, researching the item that you have for sale. When the customer asks you, what type of wood is this? There's a lot of wood out there.
Yeah.
A lot of different wood. Give you an example. I never knew what tiger wood was until somebody showed me what it was.
I still don't.
And tiger wood, if you ever seen a tiger with stripes on it,
yes.
Okay, there's a wood. When you cut it, okay, you can cut it this way and you see the stripes, but it's beautiful when you cut it this way and you can get a nice round piece and you'll see it.
Wow.
And it has stripes on it, okay?
No kidding.
And it's a very piece of beautiful wood,
Never
and I've seen them. I've seen them in dressers. I've seen them in end tables. And as long as you keep them, polished up properly, you're gonna be satisfied. And other people, when they see this, they're gonna say, "Hey, what do you want for that?" So.
What is your goal with your company? What would you like to see happen in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I like to grow about 3 times what I am right now.
Okay.
Have my own full-size stores with other vendors in it.
Sure.
Okay. Have the knowledge that guys, if you come to me and says, Tom, I'm looking for this type of glass, I'm not sure what it's called, I can turn around and say, well, is it anything like this, Mike? And you'll say, that's pretty close. What else you have? And I can show you pictures. I can go on a computer on big screen and just display stuff, and I can say, Mike, how about this piece? And you can probably say, that's what I want. Do you have it?
Interesting.
And the other thing too I want to do is networking.
Okay.
I want to be able to network with other antique shops.
Okay.
That we can call each other when they have a customer, and the customer's looking for a certain thing. I may not have it. I can call the other customer and say, the other antique dealer and say, hey, do you have this piece? And if they say yes, what are you asking for it? Then you'll buy that and bring it into the store, call the customer, and sell it to the customer.
Sounds like you could use some technology, like a website or something, between the owners. And here's a picture of that piece. Well, I'll take it, ship it, or whatever. Right. Sounds interesting. That's great. So, Tom, in closing, share with our audience who are people that are in business or thinking about it, or maybe they're selling their business. I don't know what the audience is actually like, but it's business owners are interested, people like that. And there could be some clients also that would be watching this. What would be a couple of tips you would say to business-oriented people about the process of being in business? What's your sort of philosophical statement you make to them?
Wow, I think I pretty much said it throughout our interview. But
well, I know you would say care about people is one thing for sure.
That's number one.
Right.
People are the ones that, you got to remember, people will pass word on to other people. hey, I went over to the place Robinson S. I saw Tom's booth over there, and he was very good at it. And as a matter of fact, he made me feel so good about the product that he has that I bought some of his product.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, I don't know if I mentioned this or not. Is honesty is good policy.
Yep.
Okay. You don't try to put a smokescreen to someone, think that you know know everything. No one knows everything. You know something, okay? But I myself, as a customer, when I go into a store and I ask a question, if the associate there says, "I don't know it, but let me see if I can find someone that knows."
That's a good answer.
You know, and it's very important to do that, because if not, you're going to lose customers.
Yeah.
Word travels faster than the cell phone
Yes.
or lightning, you know.
Yeah, that's for
So
sure.
Being honesty goes a long way.
That's fantastic.
Okay.
Well, I can tell you enjoy your business. I wish you the best in growing it and tripling it like you'd like to the next couple of years. And thanks for interviewing us today.
Thank you very much.
Tom Cruz with Taste of Antiques for you. And at the end of our video, there'll be some information about how to contact Tom if either you want to know what kind of antiques he's selling, or if you want to open your own antique store also. I'm sure Tom would chat with you at that point. Thank you very much.